Hello, my name is Bree Burrow, and today I will be going over the pros of practicing a no-till garden system. Right now, I am currently going to Black River Technical College for an Associate's in Plant and Soil Science, and through my courses and classes, the term tilling or tillage has come up frequently. And through my research and classes, I have weighed the pros and cons of both having a till or a no-till garden or farm. The difference between a garden that survives and one that thrives is all in the soil. In most cases, non-mechanical approaches to working with soil can help you accomplish your goals without the negative effects on your soil. Many no-till gardeners choose to leave the roots of already harvested plants in the soil, and at the end of the growing season, they will cut the plants just below the soil line instead of yanking out the whole plant and its entire root system. When using a no-till system, trying to avoid the mechanical turning over of the soil and mixing of the chemicals is the top priority. The left behind plant roots and organic slow release fertilizer or compost mulch mixture are sometimes added to the top of the soil instead of mixing it with a tiller. The common practices of mechanical tillage involve a gas-powered machine that is hand-pushed and has wheels, and at the bottom of the machine on the ground, there are spinning blades that churn and break up the soil. Now, in some cases of a garden or a field, having high compaction and low soil organic matter, it's very common, so if that happens, tillage may be needed. But in most cases, when someone uses non-mechanical approaches when working with soil, you can still accomplish all of your goals without having the negative effects of tilling. The University of New Hampshire's website says, if you are going to use a mechanical tillage system, you will want to avoid doing so when it is wet. Soil is dry enough when you're tilling, so you don't want to till when the soil has too much or too little moisture. You want that good in between. So as long as it does not stick to your shoes when you're walking on top of the soil, or if it doesn't stick to your shovel when you're shoveling the soil, and it crumbles when you squeeze it, it's ready to till. Now, mind you, mechanical tillage should be done sparingly and be used as an opportunity to incorporate the underneath organic matter like compost or manure and slow release fertilizers that you're also putting on top. So it's wanting to get all of the old organic matter that's down there, and you're also putting more chemicals and nutrients in the garden as well and mixing it all together when you are doing a till garden. No-till gardening or no-dig gardening is the practice of avoiding the intentional disruption of the soil. Instead of using machines or tools, they leave the excess roots in the soil to help reproduce nutrients and microorganisms. The website homesteadandchill.com says quality organic soil is full of beneficial microorganisms, fungi, nematodes, which are little bitty bugs, earthworms, protozoa, and other microbes that all work together to break down organic matter, introduce nutrients, and improve soil aeration, drainage, and moisture retention. It is also proven that earthworms can help decrease heavy metal levels in contaminated soil, and in return, the well-maintained organic soil nourishes plants without the need for harsh chemical fertilizers. That same website, homesteadersandchill.com, says that when plants are grown in this manner, in a no-till manner, not only are they highly productive, but it also allows the plants to be more resistant to pests, diseases, and environmental stresses like drought. Being able to have a no-till garden can not only help your present garden, but all of your future gardens as well. It is so easy to start this kind of garden to see if no-tilling is right for you. GrowVeg.com says, aim for beds no wider than 4 feet or 1.2 meters, and you will never need to step on the inside soil again. This helps the soil from being compacted, which lessens the chance of needing a spade. Using raised beds is not essential when gardening, but the sides do help to contain all that additional organic matter. Over time, the weeds start getting thinner and thinner as mulches work to weaken weeds by smothering them. When making a no-till garden, it is smart to mimic Mother Nature. Gardener Paul Gatshee, in his Back to Eden method, materials such as wood chips are used to mimic Mother Nature and her infinite ability to recycle the nutrients. In conclusion, it is important that we think about how mechanical we are when practicing a natural way of life. When you look into the wild and see how fruitful an environment can be when it is untouched, it makes you wonder, what would happen if I did the same for my crops or flowers at home? If you value the environment, it is important that you try as hard as you can to help the plants rather than intentionally disrupting the soil, mechanically or chemically. By practicing no-till growing, you can also help the environment by having your garden work independently without too much outside help. Plants are living, breathing beings, and we should do our best to not only help them thrive, but not induce or make the plants and its root systems work harder than it's naturally supposed to. Thank you so much.